Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Oh, another exciting day here. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Yeah, Kevin!
Yeah. If you're just listening to the regular show, you heard all the excitement going on. Is it's possible that Jaybird has a legit audition to be on Wheel of Fortune, a lifelong dream of his. And the big question we had is, was the person, Scott, that we talked to, is this legit or is this being set up as some kind of prank against Jaybird where he falls into it and it's all just this elaborate ruse?
I love a good prank. Don't get me wrong. I've been a victim of many. I would be pretty devastated if this was a joke. If someone really is pulling my leg, because I'm supposed to go there, meet them at 12:50 today at a parking lot. I know it sounds shady. I'm bringing Denny's as my backup. I know, it reeks of a scam.
It's a random parking lot like what, in Gardens, right?
No, it's in West Palm.
Okay.
Off Southern Boulevard.
It's just a parking lot?
No, I don't know how many details I can give.
Okay.
It's at a store, and then there's a parking lot at the store, and they're supposed to be there set up behind the store.
Okay.
I get it, dude. It sounds shady as shit.
This sounds like where you go to buy like stolen electronics behind a store.
Now, what we understand is it's a special invite, and only 3 people were invited. You and like 2 other radio personalities.
One from Miami, one from Lauderdale, and I'm in competition with those 2 to see who gets the spot from this area. So today at 1 o'clock, I'm going head to head with 2 other radio son of a bitches, and I got to make it happen.
Why are they making Miami and Lauderdale drive up here?
I don't know, South Florida. Why are you just gave me a fucking 20-minute Braveheart speech about not second-guessing it, follow your heart, don't be paranoid.
First thing she does.
Be positive
second
now.
Guess it.
All you do is, what the fuck, man?
Okay, I'm second guessing what I said.
Shit this. I can't have you fall
That
apart
didn't
on
last
me.
long.
Okay, I'm not going to fall apart. You know, keep the faith.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
My pride, my life.
Oh, your life is not Wheel. You'll be fine.
No, I'm just saying, I go there in the alleyway. You said this on the air, motherfucker.
And they kill you?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's the lice guy.
Look, I got enemies too.
Yeah.
Do you need me to go ahead and clear the situation?
I don't know if I want you involved in any of
From
this.
the Jersey Shore?
I'm trying to. What do you mean?
Like, go and make sure that there's nobody there that's going to jump you.
I mean, I got Denny's.
Oh, yeah, you're in great hands.
I mean, I can go with like a cop.
No, I talked to the guy.
If you go to the cop, Denny's is definitely not showing up.
Yeah, you can't bring a cop. You know how Denny's rolls.
He is definitely not going
This
to
is
that
such
point.
a complicated group.
This
I know,
is.
it-
It
yeah.
really is.
Nothing's ever easy.
Well, I mean, most people say, I got a chance to be on Wheel of Fortune. They don't think they're going to get rolled and jacked in a parking lot somewhere.
Well, you know what? You need to think about these things.
Well, I've been burned before.
Right.
I've had people, without a doubt, do massive pranks on me, and it sucked. This one, though, I usually laugh them off. Ha ha, it's great you got me. I would be very upset. If this really is a prank, I would genuinely be hurt.
Just because you love the Wheel.
Well, yeah, you're going way above and beyond to make a man just feel, horrible.
Yeah, that's why it seems like so elaborate. Like, who would be going into this? Who would be doing this? And for what reason? Like, what would the end game be? What would be, if it is a prank, what is that? Ha-ha, I got your moment. Like, I mean, do they... like get you out there and have you start auditioning, and then next thing you know, they're having you do all this weird stuff?
No, what I think would be was you get there and you're just waiting and no one shows up, and no one shows up, and no one shows up.
But that's honestly, at that point, that's just, and how long would you stick around? You stick around 15, 20 minutes tops, and you just be standing there. I mean, there's nothing with that. I mean, if they wanted to do it, they would do it, have like some stupid setup, and then they'd have you do ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, but all that is pretty complicated because you're going to have to make it look legit.
But that's just it.
You're meeting a guy behind a store. There's got to be some kind of trailer or
Agreed.
some kind of bus or some kind of Winnebago or some. It's got
How
to be
ridiculous could you make it to have this guy still believing it? It's so broke down. You're like going, how's this guy still believe he's auditioning for Wheel of Fortune? And they're asking you to do bizarre things. And
He
they're
loves
trying to
bizarre
see.
things.
Well, it starts off with do a little bit of this. It's hopping on one foot. Next thing you know, you're ramming a plunger in your ass. I don't know. And you're like, anything to get on the wheel. And, and then that's the whole thing. And they're making this whole video and they're going, it's a prank. And
Jaybird, don't put anything in your ass.
By the way, I appreciate the positive comments getting me psyched up to get there.
Well, we're working it through,
By
aren't
the
we?
time, in the last 5 minutes, I have Virginia thinks it's fake and I have a plunger up my ass. I'm not feeling the spirit.
I don't think it's fake. I still want to believe.
He said that he had watched a couple of my YouTube videos. He's like, I thought you were very entertaining. I think you're more entertaining than the other two you're going against.
Oh, really?
That's what he said.
Okay.
You're definitely more entertaining. I don't even have to see these two assholes to know that you're better.
Yeah.
That's hands down not the issue. The issue is.
Oh, be careful. How do you know they're assholes?
Well,
She's just
they're radio guys.
She's protecting her boys. All she doesn't really mean that.
They're radio guys. I'm telling you, they're assholes.
We don't know that, Virginia.
Who are they? Let me see who they are.
I don't know who they are.
I'm already, trying to think of who it is. Who could
I have a couple
possibly be.
ideas.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, the one thing about Miami, they don't have a lot of live shows. I mean,
No.
a lot of their shows are pumped in from somewhere else.
They got a lot of people that you've got in Lauderdale area, you've got Dina Lang that could be on there. I could be going against.
Yeah,
you've got that Julie, that one chick Julie that's down there.
I don't think Julie's on the radio anymore. Julie Guy?
You sure?
I don't think so.
There's other people. I get that. But there's nobody that's going to be as entertaining and as amusing and awesome as you.
I just got to be on point today, Kev. I can't choke.
You do.
Okay.
You got to clean it up a little bit because in that thing, when they talk
I know
about this,
Julie's still on with Evelyn Curry. Oh, okay. I know Evelyn. Okay.
when they talk about it in that video, if they're looking for regular people to submit a video, one of the things they said is don't look like you just rolled out of bed. So I would assume that they look for the same thing when you show up for your interview. Don't look like you just rolled out of bed.
Okay, so do we have to do something? Do we have to do a quick makeover on the bird?
No.
Just
Or
jeans and a
go as
shirt.
he
I'll tell you,
is?
jeans and a t-shirt. Jeans, t-shirt, ball cap. I'm gonna be me.
Jeans and a collared shirt. Short sleeve collared shirt.
I don't know. That's not me though. I think I got to keep the essence of me.
All right.
Collared shirt. I mean,
Short sleeve, you wear that out to events.
no, it's laundry day. All right, I'll figure it out. I'm not worried about what I'm wearing. I'm worried about the interview.
Okay. All
You
right.
want to give me like a little quick? Let's just do a quick. I know we don't know what the interview is, but let's act like we know.
Look at the questions on that page you were reading before, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
All about the things that they want to have you make sure you include in your video that you send to Wheel of Fortune. I bet you they try to keep it all uniform.
Okay. Tell us why you'd be a good contestant.
Because I love Wheel of Fortune. I have my entire life. When I was a little kid, since the age of 3, my mom and my aunt, we always watch it. And even as an adult, I DVR it every single day for the nights that I can't watch it. I mean, I bleed the wheel. I love the wheel. My family loves the wheel.
Okay. All right, Virginia, how'd you feel about that response?
I like everything except for I bleed the wheel.
Too much?
Too much. We get it because we get you, but these are strangers that don't know you, so you don't want to talk about bleeding.
All right.
The one thing they had said on this same thing, they said, don't tell us that being on the wheel is on your bucket list.
I would never say it, but
Yeah.
it's about my family. I
Yeah.
love it.
It's nostalgic for me. My family, we grew up watching The Wheel, so this would be such an amazing experience for me and my whole entire family. This is the kind of stuff that I dream about.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's real. It's true.
Love Pat Sajak.
I mean, I love Pat Sajak. I mean, I do. I love Pat Sajak. Mm-hmm. I can talk about my love for Pat.
You can, just don't get creepy.
I won't.
Tell us something interesting about yourself.
Well, this is the one we were talking about. What to do. I think I'm too in it.
I told him what Panda said, and I think the most interesting thing about him is that he donated his kidney to his childhood friend.
Yeah.
And that's a big, huge thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, show me anybody, any radio Yahoo that's done anything that amazing. It doesn't exist.
And I think honestly with you, I think passion defines your life. And with things you've done, and I even talked to people like all the way that used to play baseball with you back in the day, is you will never find anyone with more passion that will put more into it And a guy who, look, some people are born with all this natural ability and they're just amazing at everything, and they don't have heart, they don't have passion. Jaybird, he will make up for any shortcomings that he may not have had naturally talented-wise with his passion, with his heart. And he said, you will never have anybody more passionate about being on this show than I will be.
Oh, my God, this is working. This is working, okay? I
That's
like
just
this.
it.
I don't watch the show, so tell me about the contestants that they have on the wheel.
A lot of times I kind of feel like they, they got all kind of people, to be quite honest. They've got soccer moms. They got everybody. They got, a rocker will be on there. They always have to tell a little story about themselves. And I think the main thing is fun, enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Keeping it like
That's
that.
Lighthearted.
Yes.
Fun, smiling.
Yes.
They say that in the thing.
Yeah.
Smile.
Number one thing they say, smile one, be natural two. And I think for you, that's the biggest thing is if you got in front of them for this audition or if you got on the wheel itself, you don't at all alter who you are. You don't be like going, okay, well, I'm going to be Jaybird Light. You got to be exactly who you are. And that's why I have always said I think it would be amazing and I think they would have so much fun with you if you played Wheel of Fortune the same way you play the No Name movie game. It'd be like, oh my gosh, we've never seen anyone like this. If you're screaming out the answers, I think that'd be so entertaining. And they're looking for somebody because these game shows right now, their promotion depends on viral moments. You look at Jeopardy, you look at Family Feud, and what is it? Somebody gives a funny answer, or they got a funny contestant, or else they're on a huge win streak. Those are the three things that wind up giving them these viral moments that helps promote that show. And you have the best opportunity of providing a viral moment for Wheel of Fortune than they've had with any of these people like going, yes, I'll buy an E. You're going, E, Pat, E. I mean,
He doesn't buy vowels.
I said that in jest yesterday. It wasn't real yesterday. It's real today. I might buy a fucking valve for I don't know. I don't even know. No.
Oh, they got him twisted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm just excited. Sometimes in life, whether I get on the show or not, just the fact that I'm in the hunt, that it's a possibility. I think that's all anybody can ever ask for.
This is exciting.
Like a real possibility. If I just have the chance, I think I've already won.
Yeah, I think this is it. I think you be you. You go in there and you be like, this is who I am.
Well, I'll let you guys know how it goes.
I'm going to be a colorful contestant. People will remember me, and people will talk about your show because I'm on it. I really think that's it.
I agree.
All right, I can't wait to see what happens with this.
Yes.
But I will say this. If this is a prank and this is a joke, I am going to do that the Liam Neeson thing. I have a certain set of skills and I will hunt you down. I mean, I will fucking what's that movie called?
Taken.
Yeah, Taken. I will go Taken at that. I will find out who's pranking me. I will.
This one would be too hurtful.
If this is fake, run.
Yeah. Run far, huh?
Run.
You're coming after somebody.
I would abort everything else in my life, and that passion you just talked about.
Yeah.
My passion and my time would directly go to finding out who tried to fuck me over. If this is fake.
Okay.
We should. I mean, because this is too real to him. This is like snatching Christmas from a child. It's something you shouldn't do.
That's why I can promise you, if anybody's out there wondering, I don't know if they are, if like, oh, is Riggy behind this or anything
You're
like
not.
that.
You wouldn't do this to me.
No, because I know how much it would hurt, and that wouldn't be fun. I like when at the end you'd be like, okay, you got me, but this would be like
at this
painful.
point you would already hit the brakes. Sorry, Bird, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. No, so if it is a prank, it's not me and not anybody else that I know of in this building. So. I don't know. We'll see how it goes down.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
Where are you going to keep us posted?
On social media.
Social media.
I'll put a video up on our KVJ Facebook, and we'll put it on all the other ones.
Okay.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay. All righty. Well, let's see here. I've got an email. This is actually for producer Denny's. Oddly enough. So
Get in here.
Get his feedback here. And I think it's an interesting story that is kind of tied into this. In the state of California, coming up January 1st, recreational marijuana is going to be legal. You know, you can toke up and you won't have to have like a fake bum pass like Snoop Dogg has to get it at some kind of, medical dispensary. But here's the thing. California, they say, is going to collect almost 50% in taxes on the soon-to-be legal marijuana. January 1st, it goes on sale. So, I mean, massive amounts of taxes that they're making on this. This is why I'm like, honestly, I am right now. I haven't done massive research on it, but I'm completely leaning to that whole thing where legalize the damn drugs and make it a health issue and educate people, monitor people, watch people. But the criminalization of drugs, I don't think works, and I think it's only hopefully a matter of time. And I say at least start with marijuana. Let's give marijuana 5 to 10 years and see how it goes. But I mean, Colorado, it seems like it's going right. They seem to be making a ton of money.
Are you saying that even cocaine, heroin, eventually go ahead and take off the laws on that as well?
That's what when I was listening to the podcast with Richard Branson, that's what he was talking about. And I'd like to do a little bit more research on it before I got to the point where I endorse that. But I am right now, from what I've seen, we step back, we watch Colorado to see what happens. The state's made a lot of money. A few extra driving under the influences. I think if the rates are up a slight bit, but I haven't heard anything where it's like the state is on fire. And it seems like overall, Colorado's stepping back and they're saying this is a positive, not only because of the added revenue, but also the advanced tourism that is going on in there. And I was talking to a woman when I was in Clemson, and she's from just outside of Denver. And she had moved there, and she's getting ready to start doing real estate. She's like, the boom is on. They're like, we can't keep up with the building. People are moving to the state because especially people with medical issues who believe in this are moving to the state like crazy so they can get medicinal marijuana.
That is true.
With no problems.
A lot of cancer people are saying, look, I want to go somewhere where it's legal.
And they're saying in Colorado, she's like, I'm going to get into real estate. She's like, because honestly, our construction industry is like, we can't keep up with the building.
I got a buddy of mine who's got he's got legit back and leg problems where he was in a terrible car accident and he was on the pain medicine and he did not respond well to the pain meds. It hurt his stomach.
Well, look how many people are getting addicted to that shit.
Well, he said that he ended up doing marijuana, and I'm not trying to be like pro marijuana, but he said it changed his life for the better. It helped him with the pain.
Honestly, I think it's ridiculous right now that you can go out and get the pain meds that you can and the medications that we have that are so addictive, but you can't go out and get marijuana.
It is pretty crazy.
I mean, it's like, what? It just seems insane to me with all the OD cases that we're having now.
The opioid crisis.
Well, yes. Honestly, even alcohol and liquor.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I mean, it's been legal for so long, no one ever thinks it. Fucking alcohol fucks you up, man.
It seems like, from my perspective on this, there's no common sense behind this.
There's not.
I mean, so for me right now, open the floodgates. Allow it recreationally, medically, everything, the marijuana right now, and then give me time to read up on the whole thing about cocaine and heroin and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, we know you want the cocaine, Escobar fan.
Well, I got to tell you, and his thing is...
Cocaine Kev!
His thing is right, is that the whole war on drugs has not worked. And not to mention, it's so damn shady. It really is. It's just our government would probably never do it because where can they hide funds? You know, where can they do all this kind of stuff and fund all these little guerrilla groups?
The war on drugs has been a great place for them to do their shady business.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Have it hidden. Oh, nobody likes drugs. Of course not. It's a war on drugs.
Yeah.
Denny's, Kev's coming to your side.
Yeah, it's winning me over more and more just because, I'm seeing, and especially the opioid thing is pushing me faster into it because people are dropping like flies and it's a major problem. And it's like, obviously, we're not handling this the right way. We need a different approach.
Plus, marijuana is not addictive. It's habitually addictive, meaning you get used to the habit of using it, but it isn't physically.
You're going to get 9 emails. Denny's,
sure.
It is addictive. Go fuck yourself.
Well, you won't get any withdrawals from it.
The thing that I wondered, and when I first saw that story about, California, was they're talking about, they're going to put all the, the corner dealers out of business and this and that. But I'm like, but if you're talking taxes at 50% on that, would that not just boom business? Because if you can buy it for half the price and get... And they're saying that, okay, maybe the state-run stuff would be the best of the best. I don't know. And this is why we have our expert in here, Denny's, to let us know, because that would be my first question. The economies of scale would lead me to believe that if you're going to tax it 50%, that it would just become more popular on the streets. But who could make better weed? The state with their funding scientists. If the state was putting money behind it and saying, we'll find the best growers and pay them.
We were just talking about this literally 2 days ago.
Who would have better weed if that were the case? Would it be state-funded weed, or would it be the dude who's still doing it illegally trying to sell it for a fraction of the cost the state would?
The one good thing about it becoming legal was that you would take the people off the street that are selling it, and then people could grow. Kind of, I compare it to like the craft beers, because you got your big companies that sell beer forever. Now these craft beers are kind of taking in. I think it'll be a mix of the two, because there was talks of the Monsanto company taking over and creating the new marijuana, the GMO version.
GMO version, where it's not going to be
so the
natural.
Going to try to cut costs as much as possible from making this stuff.
The same thing they're doing to the food, they're going to do it to the weed.
Your local growers are going to be putting the time in and trying to create the best strains possible.
And then the government's going to come in and make it all fucking, you know.
And then they're going to charge you a ton of money.
Yeah. So, and it won't be as good, and it'll probably be worse. It'll be probably bad for you.
So if that's the case, well, the market would then dictate, if that's the case, I want to buy better weed that's natural and for less money. And so that wouldn't do anything at all to take the street dealer off the streets, would it?
Well, what would happen is guys like you who's afraid to buy weed because it's illegal, you now have a legal place to go, conscious free.
That'd be my thing.
You're not going to get and I think majority of people who don't smoke weed would fall under your category.
Probably be the only way I would do it.
And they've made it so easy to go to the store and buy it recreationally that a lot of people don't buy it from drug dealers anymore. It's just no point anymore. You can go to the store and buy it. The prices have dropped so much because it's so competitive over there for pricing.
You're talking Colorado.
And Portland. We've been there.
Portland as well. Any of the ones that are decriminalized.
So does the state then put the local growers out?
I don't think they will. I know that it'll be just like the craft beer market, where you have the niche market of people who like the homegrown, locally grown weeds, and then you'll also have where you can buy it from the large companies.
Modified.
I don't like that.
I'm not even
the
a pot
GMO
smoker, but I don't want anything GMO'd. I don't want food. I don't want drugs. I want natural.
That's what a lot of people are saying. But even if the government buys out a bunch of different local growers and has them grow exclusively for a governmental purpose, I mean, you're still getting weed from people who are. It's still a job. It's still creating jobs in the area, and it's still getting people to fund it for the government. So honestly, I think overall it's a complete win across the board.
Well,
but he loves weeds.
But I do.
Well, Mike has a question here. He said, I'd like to know from Denny's the do's and don'ts for buying weed. My new girlfriend wants me to score weed, but I have no idea what to look for or how to go about doing it. I never smoked before and don't want to come off lame. What are the do's and don'ts of weed? What kind do I get? What color? Do I get papers to wrap them? Can I order it from somebody? How much is too much to pay? How will I know if I'm getting ripped off?
So is he buying? He wants do's and don'ts of buying it from just people in
a
non-legal area.
He's here in Florida, and so that's kind of what he just has. His girlfriend's like, "Hey, will you go get me some weed?" He's probably.
It's so funny. I have buddies like this too.
He got new tail, and he's like wanting to impress.
If a girl asks you to get weed, and you're looking to impress her, you're like, "How the hell do I
calling
get
everybody?
Weed? I never got weed before."
Right. Yeah. And so he's like, I don't even know where to begin.
I can't fuck this up.
If you're buying it from somebody, especially like through a reference, through a friend or something, I mean, you don't get to pick out what you're getting for the most part. I mean, they kind of just get shipments sent to them. You're kind of just getting what you get. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can always buy a scale to weigh it back out. But I mean, for the most part, unless you're buying it from real shady individuals, or if you're buying it from anyone that's like at least one or two people removed from you, they shouldn't rip you off.
I mean, the rule number one, obviously, always know your dealer.
Know your dealer, get in with them.
And if you don't know your dealer, then
I mean, you run the risk. I mean, you're taking a chance. I mean, I would definitely make sure I see it before I actually give them cash. Because, I mean, it's totally easy for them to say, here, pay me, and I'll go grab it, and then they disappear.
About the only thing that I know is that still apply with the stems and buds kind of like thing, where somebody sends you something and it's like a bunch of buds is better than stems and seeds?
So, I mean...
Kevin sounds like...
Coming off lame.
Grandpa.
Yeah.
Asking about weed.
Well,
I feel like these stems,
I feel like I can ask the questions this guy wants to, because it sounds like I know as much about weed as he does.
Well, weed, fortunately, has gotten pretty awesome. So
Kevin's talking about that 1973 weed.
Yeah, getting a lid of the grass. The new stuff, I mean, pretty much you're going to get all nugs, big old fat nugs. Which is what you want. I mean, you're obviously going to get some stems in there. Every bud's going to have a stem through the center.
What kind would you ask for? Because there's so many different varieties.
So, I mean, right now, the regs are pretty much gone. I mean, you can still kind of get them. That's old school weed.
What's the regs?
It's regular old weed, right? Just
regular old vanilla
generic
weed,
kinda like stuff,
and
yeah.
it gives you a headache. It's got a lot of stems, a lot of seeds. I don't even. It's been years since I've even seen that stuff. Then they had the mids, which was
Only
your
the finest from a
your
Good.
hydroponic.
He deserves the Cadillac of marijuana.
I'd say for the most part. I mean, you're looking at $50 an eighth, and it's gonna be the chronic. So I mean, that's just how it goes.
the cron, Kev.
the cron. Okay, all right. So he does need to find somebody though that can get him the hook.
Yeah, wherever he works. I mean, just ask around. I mean, unless he works in like an office.
Kevin
or
sounds like
something.
he wrote that email. It's like, so what do I do?
No, I got it. Yeah, all those questions. I'm like, I wouldn't have the first answer for you, my man.
Signed, Bevan.
I can imagine that being tough though. You don't know where to get weed. A chick comes over. She's like, "Hey, do you got any weed?" You're like, "Ugh, let me find some."
Let me find some
Yeah.
because I got to make sure this girl stays happy.
That's when you're calling people you haven't talked to in like 5 or 6 years.
Hey, what's up, Jake? I haven't talked to you in 11 years. You used to smell. Whoa,
You still slinging?
Think of the sketchiest person you knew back in high school. You're calling that guy.
It's insulting though if you call that person 12 years later because you still think, hey man, are you still
Oh, dude, back when I used to sell and then I stopped, people would hit me up. I mean, for 2 or 3 years later, I was still getting hit up by people randomly, seeing if they could swing through. And I was like, sorry, man, I'm out of the game. So it's kind
It was
of
a long time ago.
But I mean, fortunately, marijuana's been more or less de-villainized. So a lot of people that you wouldn't expect do smoke it. So, I mean, you can ask around just within a small circle and more or less find somebody that has it or has access to it.
Okay, all right. Sounds
You
good.
know, I was walking out. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way I look. I was walking out of the liquor store on 45th Street, and
There's your problem. I mean, what are you doing?
At midnight.
Are you trying
With
to get
a limp.
raped?
well, there's these two kids selling candy, and they came.
What?
They came up
At
to
night?
No, it wasn't at night. It was probably like at
I
5
threw
o'clock.
that in.
Jeez.
No, it wasn't at nighttime. I walk out, they're like, hey, mister, can you buy me? I'm like,
Mister.
sure, yeah, I'll buy it. And then there was a guy right next to them on a bike, and I thought that was their dad because he's like, hey, man, you're a good guy. Thanks for doing that. I'm like, hey, no problem. I love candy. And as I'm walking away from them, he goes, hey, man, you like to party.
You like nose candy?
He goes, you like to party? And I just came out of the liquor store, so I go, hell yeah, man, look at this.
He
I at
thought
the
you
party.
meant-
And then I'm like, oh, shit, he's trying to sell me drugs right now.
yeah.
I
Okay.
get hit up all the time. The one time we were doing a bit, I was telling Denny's the other day, we're doing a bit at the McDonald's parking lot on 45th, and I was live on the air, and a van came up and goes, hey, you want to buy some crack? Crack, live on the air. I don't think you guys heard
Nobody
it.
ever asks me if I want to buy drugs. Did they ask you, Kevin?
No.
Never?
Never.
I get
Never.
asked that a lot. A lot of times guys approach me in parking lots and ask me if I want to buy speakers off of them. It's happened to me like 4 times.
Speakers
now.
and cologne, yeah.
Speakers and drugs.
Never been asked anything
Speakers
like
and
that.
crack.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been hit up for speakers in 4 different parking lots. Hey, man, I got some real nice Alpines. You like Alpine? I'm like,
They just fell off a truck.
yeah,
That's
like,
what
dude,
they
I
always
don't,
say.
I don't want any speakers. Like, you sure? They're real adamant about it.
He's got that whatever that look is. You have.
Well, okay. Do you guys take debit?
Here's my number.
Here's my credit card.
The one guy's like, you like to party? Well, how do you know I wasn't a cop? I guess I don't.
You don't look like a cop. Kevin could be a cop.
Kevin could be a
Yeah.
cop.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could. We don't know that you're not a cop, Kevin.
You narking on us?
Like I'd have time. That's the only way you know I'm not a cop.
That'd be
yeah.
his ruse, though. I
Yeah.
don't have time. I don't
I don't
have
have
time.
time.
Meanwhile, he's fucking keeping a file on us.
And he's got 4 guys doing all his prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing up topics like, yeah, Denny's, tell me about weed.
Yeah, he's writing fake
Say it
emails.
into this microphone.
Yeah, talking to the microphone a little bit louder. Hold on, I gotta check the levels.
I've been noticing one of our new interns been acting real shady and shifty. Is he a plant?
The new intern?
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
He's one of Kevin's guys.
He's one of Kevin-
He's undercover.
He's in his civ. He's undercover.
He's the captain of the department, yeah. So we got this whole thing. He's a little bit older, just got into radio. Got a chat room request. Came in from a lot of people, but Tatty, this is her email. It is a little happy birthday to our sweet and spicy Josie girl on this Mexican Dia de los Muertos. Here's to another great year. From Tatty Jen, Shy Kev, Kimmy Detta, Lisa, Rosa, Raphael, Chris Metro, Mandy, Mongo, Kev, Louisa, Danny, and everyone else. And the KVJ family forgot. So,
Aww.
Josie girl, you are my Josie girl. Why you wanna
Do me
the
dirty.
Oh, that's not good. Should have went with happy birthday.
Hindsight.
Yeah, what are you going to do? All righty. Well, that is it for us here today.
I gotta get to my house. Apparently, the bounce house guy hasn't picked up the bounce house yet.
Oh,
it's
fun.
a rager day 2.
Drama.
There's so many kids in the bounce house right now. They're loving it.
They don't have school? What is today?
A lot of the kids didn't have school. All of Martin County did not.
No way, really?
Halloween on, like the next day you get off.
So I let Mag stay home because her cousins were gonna be there. And so, yeah, it is officially a rager.
Wow. Exciting stuff.
When do
Okay.
you start getting the next day of Halloween? Like the next day?
They should give the next day of Halloween off because think about it. You're out. Max was out trick or treating till 10 p.m. last night.
I get it.
had to beg her to come back home. Like, give the kids off the next day.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All righty. Well, that is going to do it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.